With the release of Boruto Chapter 45, we learnt some brand new, more detailed information about how the infamous Otsutsuki clan operate as a species. And that's exactly what I want to talk about in today's video because it quite frankly fascinates me. The Otsustuki clan have always been a controversial topic ever since their introduction back in Naruto. A lot of people hate them, but some find them very interesting. I'm open to them. I must admit, at first when Kaguya was revealed at the end of Naruto, I was definitely not the biggest fan of the concept of having an Otsutsuki clan. But since Boruto has made them more of a main focus, I have come much more accustomed to them, and I have to say, I actually kind of love them. But in this video, what we're going to be talking about is taking all the new information that we've learned from Amado and talking about how the Otsutsuki clan have reached the point to where they're at today. So according to the words of Amado himself, the Otsutsuki clan are an alien parasite. They go from planet to planet, sucking all of the chakra and life from it. They do this by using a 10 tails as a seed which is planted into the ground. This 10-tailed seedling then grows into a divine tree, and then eventually it bears a chakra fruit. They use said chakra fruits to genetically upgrade and evolve themselves. And that is the part that made my brain go wild with speculation about what this could possibly mean for their race. Because it gives us a potentially fascinating insight into how the Otsutsuki clan have evolved to the point of where they're at right now. The word parasite is a very interesting and specific word to use from Amado. Obviously, a parasite is another organism that lives in or on another organism from another species and benefits by deriving nutrients at that other organism's expense. Which correlates to the Otsustuki clan because we know that the Otsustuki clan need other planets and species to genetically enhance, upgrade and evolve themselves, which means that they also rely on other organisms to grow. So, this little bit of information automatically made me think of three different things. One, what were they like right at the very beginning? What did the birth of the Otsutsuki look like? What did the very first generation and era of the Otsutsuki before any enhancement was done to them, what did they look and behave like? Two, what species and planets have they devoured to become what they are today? That being godly, chakra-wielding, dojutsu-using creatures with horns. And three, why do the branch side of the family not have any horns? Because the horns have become a very interesting and integral part of the Otsutsuki. Each one from the main family seems to bear a unique horn of their own. But what has given them these unique horns specifically? At what point did they get them, and why do they not allow the side family to get their hands on these horns? Clearly, they're keeping a chakra fruit away from the side branch that they've harvested from a planet which they know will grow these horns on the Otsustuki, probably along with other things as well. And for some reason, they seem to be leaving that from the side branch. But also, what let Madara and Obito also get these horns? Does that mean that the secret of these horns actually lies on Earth? So many mysteries over something that at one point was so trivial and unnecessary, and to be fair, it probably still is, but nevertheless, it does not stop my brain constantly thinking about it. But before we finish, let's take a look over all the information we've learned and go into what I believe is the life cycle of the Otsutsuki clan. So, they are labelled a parasitic life form. Obviously, there's nothing to show what the Otsutsuki originally looked like, but I presume that it's not how they look right now. For the sake of this video, we'll just use a stereotypical parasitic looking creature to mark the beginning of the Otsustuki clan. Then, Over time, through the consumption of different chakra fruits, they upgraded and genetically evolved themselves based off other species' chakra. My guess is that they probably started with their own planet, working their way up the food chain until they reached the top and became the only living life form on that planet. They then would have travelled to other worlds, continuously harvesting these chakra fruits, until eventually I reckon they probably would have reached a point of to where the side branch, or more specifically now just Toneri, are at this moment in time. And then at some point they would have continuously kept harvesting until they got these horns, but they kept the side branch at a certain stage of evolution while the main family carried on evolving. Which makes me think, we've all speculated about the king of Otsutsuki, what he could potentially be. Maybe he is even more evolved than the likes of Kaguya, Momoshiki, Ishiki. Maybe he has the Jogan. Maybe the Jogan is the pinnacle of this evolution. I don't know. I don't know what to label this video, if I'm honest. It's like, it's a discussion. It's not really a review of the chapter. It's not really a theory either, because I don't really expect any of this to be delved into much detail, if at all, in the story. It's, if anything, just my own little headcanon, which I personally found interesting. I don't know why these horns of the Otsutsuki and just the thought of evolution has just got me going, but it's something that has sucked me in, and I've become a massive fan of it. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're not already as well to become a member of the Senpai Squad. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think of my ramblings of a madman when it comes to horns, parasites, and aliens. You know what, when I put it that way, horns, parasites, aliens, that's when it starts to sink in how absolutely mental I must sound to other people. Anyway, I'll be seeing you guys in another video very, very soon. But until then, as always, peace.